Hey everyone, I'm Jay Cohen, editorial director here at Feedfeed, and today we're in the kitchen with our friends at Sweet PotaTOASTS, and we're using their roasted sweet potato slices to make a really delicious and indulgent breakfast. We're making Sweet Potato Croque Madame. If you're unfamiliar with a croque madame or a croque monsieur, all it is a classical French dish. Typically it's a sandwich that's of ham and cheese and covered in bechamel and then broiled until it's bubbly and golden. And a croque madame is when you throw an egg on top, which makes it even better. And we're gonna do it today with sweet potatoes, so it's gonna be gluten-free and delicious. This is everything you need. We got some ham, some cheese, some spices, ton of eggs. So Team Feedfeed's been really into these sweet potatoes. All they are pre-sliced roasted sweet potato slices, super versatile. We use them for breakfast, lunch, kind of any type of snacking. We can top them with just about anything sweet or savory. So today we use the oven to cook our sweet potatoes. The main reason is I do not want to get them completely fully cooked because they're gonna go back under the broiler once they're covered. I am making a croque madame. So the basis of that is bechamel. We're gonna get really kind of classic culinary school because this is a French mother sauce. We're gonna start with 4 ounces of Gruyere cheese that I'm going to grate up. You can kind of do a combo of different cheeses you have on hand, but Gruyere is definitely classic, and I love the way that the kind of nuttiness of the cheese pairs with the sweetness of the sweet potato. The first step for making a bechamel, again, I said classical French mother sauce. What does that mean? What that means is this is one of the foundational recipes for French cooking. You can make this and really know how to make so many other dishes. So today I'm going to kind of show you the basics. First step is making a roux. All a roux is the thickening agent that uses equal parts fat and starch. So since sweet potatoes are gluten-free and we're kind of going with that vibe, we're not gonna use flour, but instead we're gonna use rice flour today. So first step is I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter into a pan over medium heat. Once the butter's melted, we are going to stir in 2 tablespoons of rice flour, and this is going to create that roux. Stir it up. We want to incorporate the starch with the fat and begin to kind of cook out any raw flavor from whatever flour you're using. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stream in 1 cup of whole milk. You can use 2% if you want, but I want full richness, full fat. And I've switched to a whisk, and I'm gonna slowly incorporate the milk. We're doing it little by little so that I can continue to whisk and get it nice and smooth. We don't want any chunks. That's really it. It should take a few minutes, typically 4 to 5 minutes to really thicken up. It's only gonna get thicker as it cools. So I'm turning it off the heat, and what I'm going to do is add in half of our cheese. And then I'm just gonna whisk this up, and the hot bechamel is going to melt it and cause it to really create this luscious cheese sauce. You don't want to do this over the heat. The main reason being is that cheese can separate, and then you'd end up with a really greasy sauce with this gross film of oil at the top, which you don't want. You want this to be emulsified and beautiful. Look at that. This is what I am talking about. This is a gorgeous bechamel. All right, let's season it up. A pinch of cayenne and a pinch of nutmeg. Nutmeg adds warmth, cayenne adds a little kick. Brighten it up. Obviously this is super rich, so we want to be adding some kind of complexity, as well as some good old salt. Go a little light just because we're adding a lot of cheese, and then we're gonna be adding ham, so there are a lot of salty ingredients in this recipe already. Look how beautifully it coats a spoon. It holds its shape. That's how we know it is ready to go. Let's taste for seasoning. Perfect. Oh my God. Definitely go easy on the salt. You have all this cheese. Less is more. You could always add some flake salt at the end on top of your toast. So obviously, unconventional recipe. Sweet potatoes are not classic to croque monsieurs or madames, but we're gonna keep all the accoutrements the same. So I'm going to brush all of our sweet potato slices with some Dijon mustard. Now we have some ham. I'm just gonna tear up and assemble on top. Kind of fold it as you want. We're keeping it kind of rustic and delicious. Let's pour all of this gooey cheese sauce right over the ham. This broils so beautifully in the oven. Last but not least, more cheese. Fresh to pepper. Our sweet potato beauties are ready to go into the oven. I'm gonna throw them under the broiler just for about 3 minutes until the cheese is nice and golden and bubbly. Don't walk away because this will burn very easily. You just want to get it all nice and melty. So what we're gonna do is turn this into a Madame, which means we're gonna add a fried egg on top. All right, let's throw on some fresh thyme leaves from our garden. I love the combo of thyme. Let's break that yolk. Oh my God, look how beautiful and delicious and golden. It's so good. The sweet potato adds that perfect sweetness to balance out the richness and saltiness of the cheese and ham. The thyme adds a little bit of that kind of earthy woodiness to this. You throw it all together with an egg on top, and this is a pretty perfect breakfast. I'm just gonna keep eating this, but if you want the full recipe, head to the feedfeed.com. Thank you so much to Sweet PotaTOASTS for giving us the perfect base for our morning breakfast.